Welcome to Tri-Cities Now, your one-stop shop for everything going on in your area. I'm your host, Ryan Sy, and with me today, I've got a local director, Wallace Moura. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me here.
No problem. Wallace Moura is a cinematographer, photographer, and director. Would that be safe to say?
Yes.
All right. And from what I've seen, you have a couple of short films already. You want to tell us about what those are about and the synopsis of those?
Yeah, the first video I ever made was a documentary about a missionary who spent 53 years in Brazil, where I'm from. So she was born in Bristol in 1932 and was a missionary in Brazil and ended up passing away just a few days after coming back to U.S. after these 53 years. And we made a documentary about her life, and then I made some music videos or short films. One about bullying, the other one is Secrets. That I was not the director, I was the cinematographer on that one. And we're going for our first feature film.
First feature film. I'm very excited for it. So, how did you get started into cinematography and everything?
Well, I guess being a photographer just is halfway there, because that gives you all the knowledge that you need as far as the image itself. But I had never made a video before until I was invited to do this documentary.
Okay.
And then I fell in love with video making.
Yeah.
Telling stories, and sometimes putting things that are not there, like the special effects and sound effects.
Yeah.
That's very pleasing, and just watching the face of the people watching your films and enjoying and having have a good time, sometimes crying in some scenes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pleasure involved.
All right. Yeah, I can respect that. Being with what caused you to why Tri-Cities though?
Well, like I said, I'm from Brazil, and I ended up moving to Tri-Cities in 2012.
Yeah.
Because I married someone from Tri-Cities.
Okay.
From Bristol. That's why I moved here.
All right.
And then everything I try to do, I try to promote Tri-Cities. I try to make it very clear where the films are being made.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the documentary, you have Bristol sign there. If you look at this feature film, you see 95% of the actors and crew members are from the Tri-Cities. We're using all locals.
Oh, well, that's very awesome. Actually, let's see. And this new video, or the new project you're working on, Alice's Eyes, and I heard that you got a couple. The influence came from Brazil, so you're kind of combining the Tri-Cities along with your culture of Brazil. So, how does transforming a movie from one country to another, how does that affect this challenge?
Yeah, it is based on a short film. It's a 30 minutes film that was made by a friend of mine in Brazil.
Okay.
And I really, really loved what they did.
Yeah.
It was a very great success. They had two famous actors in the short film. And I asked for permission to make it into a feature film for the movie theaters.
Yeah.
So instead of 30 minutes, we now have 100 minutes.
Yeah.
And yes, we have to adapt some stuff that don't match. The way things happen in Brazil, if I put it on the screen here, people would say, that don't look like it's real.
Yeah.
For instance, a brothel.
Yeah.
There is, as a human trafficking, sexual abuse, we're going to have a brothel in the movie. And in Brazil, it's completely different. The way it is there and the way brothels work here, or the prostitution works in U.S., is very different from Brazil. So I have to adapt. We are making the same subject, but we are making it in the American way.
Okay, cool. So the film is called Alice's Eyes. It's a dramatic look into the life of human trafficking and sexual abuse. And I feel like that is something that really needs to be discussed, especially the human trafficking part, because unfortunately it is coming, it's spreading. And from what I've done research on, it's honestly a company that's making 150 billion a year.
It's behind only the drug trafficking.
Yeah,
It's the second biggest business in the world.
and it needs to be there needs to be a stop put to it. And I'm glad that you're making a video that shows that, and I can't wait for it to happen, for it to come out, and I encourage everybody when it does and to see it. So, tell us more about Alice's Eyes. You said you had a cast of 130.
It's 130 actors
Okay.
and about 20 members in the crew, production crew.
That's a
So-
big project.
It is the biggest production ever made in the Tri-Cities so far.
Wow, I see there. I can't believe that. That is
It
ridiculous.
is challenging.
Yeah.
Because of the subject, we don't have a lot of budget to make the film,
Yeah.
but because of the subject, we have great people involved. We have amazing actors that I could never expect them to accept to work in a film with such a low budget
Yeah.
to be made. And we have amazing film professionals involved too,
Okay.
which the same way I could never expect to have such talented and professional people involved when we're not paying much. We're paying all the actors and crew, of course, but it's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy with our crew members and cast.
Well, that's good. And also, it helps that all your footage is shot here in the Tri-Cities, so you don't have to go from place to place. What are
Right.
some of those locations?
Well, we're gonna be shooting in Bristol, so Alice's house is gonna be in Bristol.
Okay.
We also shooting in Blounteville. Yeah, we're gonna have a trial in the courthouse,
Oh, okay.
so we're filming there too. We're filming in one of the schools. We haven't yet decided which of the schools. We filmed before in the Tri-Cities Christian School, which is close to the airport.
Okay.
So it might be an option. We're not close with them yet.
Yeah.
Downtown Bristol, we're filming at the State Line
Okay.
bar. And we also film in Limestone.
Limestone. Okay.
Yeah, that's away from Tri-Cities. Not far. It's just 40 minutes from Bristol.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing place. It's really what we needed because it's a big farm with a big range, a nice building with several rooms, that's going to be the human traffic headquarters.
All right. Getting more into the story itself, what can you tell us about Alice?
Okay, Alice, when she's born, unfortunately, her mother dies.
Okay.
And she's raised by a man, her father, who was a very rough husband, but she's raised really good.
Yeah.
Like a normal kid with a single father.
Yeah.
But then at one point she'll become a victim of the human trafficking and sexual abuse. And her life is really dramatic. And not only we're going to see her life, but like the short film focus on Alice only, but we're also going to see the lives of other girls in the feature film.
Yeah. I actually do want to read one of the parts of your synopsis that I really found truly interesting, and it really grabbed me. Love, hope, and sadness every minute will move feelings from one side to the other. You will also love and hate the characters, maybe even the same one. And I thought that was a very good catch right there.
Yes. A lot of people don't like drama because they think it's just boring.
Yeah.
But I guarantee this movie is not gonna be boring.
No.
You're gonna be, your nerves are gonna be tense.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be playing with your feelings from the beginning to the end. And yes, the same character in this film, you're gonna hate and you're gonna love.
All right. I can't wait. Like I said, I'm very excited. So, if somebody wanted to join your crew, what would be the appropriate steps to take?
Okay, we have a website, aliceseyes.com,
AlicesEyes.com?
and we have a list there of casting
Okay.
the actors and also crew members. So we have availability still
Yeah.
for a lot of roles in this film.
All right. If anybody, wanted to help promote your film, do you all take volunteers or interns or anything?
Oh yes.
Okay.
No, every help counts.
All right.
I mean, we still we didn't launch a fundraising campaign yet,
Yeah.
and like I said, it's a small budget. We're gonna be making this film with $46,000,
Okay.
which is a fraction of $1 million productions that we see in Hollywood.
Yeah.
We still can't make, like I said, we still can't make a very, very high quality film because we have very professional people, and because of the subject, they are they're getting paid not as much as I would like to be able to pay them,
Yeah.
but they're here because of the theme, because of the subject that's involved. And any company who wants to join as well,
Yeah.
as far as advertising on the film or supporting us, will be
Yeah.
welcome.
All right. Also, one thing I noticed with small budget films anyway is that to do it, there's a lot of heart that goes into it. And that's one thing I can already tell just by the research that I've done. There's a lot of heart going into this. And I can tell that it's actually going to be a great success. And it's really going to touch people and hopefully open their eyes.
That's what we expect. I mean, it is something that happens. In our meeting, our first meeting, it was very touching and surprising to know that among us we had victims of sexual abuse and human trafficking as well.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it happens more than we would like to in our area.
Yeah.
I was talking. I'm not going to mention names, although some of these victims will come in video in our page.
Yeah.
They are willing to speak up. And one of them is a politician in Johnson City, and she didn't. She was almost a victim. I mean, she said she used to work holding sign as a teenager, and she was almost kidnapped. And it happens here. You see, right now there are 3 or 4 kids missing in Johnson City.
Yeah.
And a lot of these kids, I mean, unfortunately, some of them ended up being victims of human traffic, even for organs donation. Unfortunately, they get killed, or for sexual abuse, which is most of the cases.
I hate to hear that. And see, as I didn't know about the 4 victims that you were just talking about, see, it's like there's almost like a blanket that we try to put over it so that it doesn't get exposed. And that's one thing that hopefully this movie can enlighten, is that it exists. We need to accept it, and then we need to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully some people will take that message away watching this film. And could you tell us some of the hints or telltale signs so that maybe somebody watching at home could be on the lookout, is what I'm...
Yeah. Well, you see one of the signs, sometimes you see the kids that are not allowed to play along with another kids because sometimes it's just an overprotection, but sometimes something's wrong. I mean, they need social life, we all do, or or sometimes you see signs at school that the kid is changing behavior in a classroom, and something's going on. I mean, sometimes it's a relative that passed away,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's a relative that it's, abusing the kid.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you have a lot of, fortunately, you have signs. Unfortunately, people just overlook them and don't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like, whenever you will be premiering, which I think you said December, you were hoping to do that?
Yeah, I'm hoping to finish the production we film it in July, and then you have all the editing that you know very much how long it takes. And I hope we finish by December.
Okay.
Then we're gonna have all the festivals that we're gonna put in a lot of festivals. But then on the theater, we're gonna have a premiere for just cast and crew. Then on the theater itself, it's probably gonna be February or March.
Okay.
It's gonna be available for the public.
I was just curious, like, how wide are you wanting to go, I guess, in, like, theater sense? Because I know that we have local theaters, but we also have, like, the chain theaters. I was wondering if you were trying to put...
I still haven't when you finish film, of course, next step is distributing the film. So locally, I have a lot of support, and we're gonna start local. But I'm already in contact with the Red Box to put the film in the Red Box. Then we have the Amazon Prime and Vimeo, which you can put it there. Like my short film is in the Amazon Prime, so you can put there as well. The festivals is what the Netflix primarily uses for buying the rights to expose your film. So I'm hoping that they like in one of those festivals, they feel attracted to the film and buy the rights to put on Netflix as well. And also we have distribution companies, agencies that it's specialized on this part of the film. Not sure how much it's worth or not going through them. Sometimes they catch up good businesses for you, sometimes they put you in trouble. So it's something that I'm still studying, if I go through them or if I try everything by myself. I think it would be nice to point that the short film only talks about Alice, and she's already a teenager in the film.
Yeah.
But the feature film is gonna talk about the marriage situation and then her childhood, and then because picking the actors was very challenging.
Yeah.
Picking the small actors, because you have like the main actor, his hair is red, so that narrowed down a lot on, on who's gonna be him and as a child, and he's a very good kid. Same thing with the main actress. This is Alice.
Yeah.
And then Alice as a child too. It was in the audition part.
Oh yeah.
We had 323 subscriptions to be Alice.
Really? 323.
Yes.
Wow.
We picked her.
Yeah.
And we had picked him already.
Yeah.
And they ended up that they are boyfriends.
Oh, they're a couple?
Yes, they're a couple. For real.
Wow.
That is perfect.
Because after we picked her, then we go through the question. We said, okay, there will be no nudity. There will be no sex scene. But there will be one scene that you're going to have your shirt ripped off by the one who plays your dad. There will be simulations of sexual abuse, like just a shadow. But they're not going to be explicit.
Yeah.
And then there is one scene that she's going to have her head completely immersed in a pond in the range. And then they'll, of course, you have a boyfriend in your film, so there will be scene that you're gonna have to kiss him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a problem. He's my boyfriend. I said, yeah, I know he's a boyfriend in the film. I'm glad that you're completely into it. No, he's my real boyfriend. Out of 323, we picked his girlfriend.
Yeah. There's
That's amazing.
The audition procedure was, she sent us her material. All the girls sent us the material, so we select 20. So we told them, you have to do this monologue based on the real script. And these 20 gave us what they did. Then we select 10, and we had an audition in person.
Yeah.
With 10 only. And she went completely through everything. I mean, you have girls. This one was going to be Alice.
Okay.
Until her material arrived.
Yeah.
She's really good. She's still in the film as another girl.
Yeah.
But she's really good. Her monologue made me cry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She is amazing. Okay, this is the monologue of the girl who was
sexually assault him. I know that he didn't love me. When you love someone, you don't hurt them. You don't hurt them physically, mentally, or emotionally. And I told him no. I told him no, but he continued. He continued to put his hands on me. And I asked him to stop. And I begged. And he just wouldn't take no for an answer. When you love someone, you can't just give them hugs and kisses and then turn around and just sexually assault them. You can't tell them that you love them, and you can't tell them how much they mean to you when they make bruises on your body. You can't love someone like that. And I wasn't sure who to tell. I wasn't sure who to come to. But if I didn't come to you and let my voice be heard, I knew it would never stop.
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good. And talking about actors, I think it's important to let people know that this will be a SAG film.
Yeah.
So, and we have 2 SAG actors, and she's the vice president of the SAG.
All right.
Which,
For anybody at home, what is a SAG actor?
the SAG,
Oh.
it's the institution that manages all the official film productions in US.
Oh, okay.
So SAG actor cannot work in any production that's not SAG also.
Okay.
So they make sure that everything is made professionally.
Okay. Wow.
If you want to.
Oh, the Screen Actors Guild. Okay. So you have official Screen Actor Guild people helping you with this? That is...
They're gonna be acting in it.
They're acting... Okay.
And every single actor in a film that has a speaking role
Yeah.
automatically be SAG eligible, so they can become SAG actors. I think that's an opportunity for our local actors to become SAG,
Yeah.
or at least SAG eligible.
Yeah.
Which is more credibility for each actor involved.
Exactly. Which will also help in future productions that you may want to
Yeah.
do. So, when you're done with your film, where do you plan on, in case we don't use, where do you plan on filming or showing your films?
They'll be in local theaters first, and then it's gonna be on Amazon, festivals and Amazon Prime, Vimeo, and if we close business with Redbox as well.
All right, so even Redbox, that is really cool. For any more questions about the film, please check out www.aliceseyes.com. Or if you have any history or want to report anything about sexual abuse, please check out the National Sex Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-4673. We'll post the number down below just in case I said it horribly wrong. And it has been an honor, Wallace, to do this interview with you.
was a
And
pleasure to
thank
be
you
here as
for
well.
taking your time to come out here and spend the day with us. And for anybody who, like I said, thank you. Thank you for watching. If you want to support our channel or Wallace, you also have a YouTube channel, don't you?
Yeah.
Give us a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching Tri-Cities Now.